Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with happyheart. We're going to be preparing a 12-course Bedwars style meal today, and if you guys hit that like button right now, I encourage you to get help, because nobody in their right mind who has good taste in Minecraft content likes my videos, so go watch Spifey if you want to see something good. Alright, the first thing we want to start off with is the Bedwars pasta. You want to go to your local supermarket and purchase some good old yellow wool, very high in fiber, super inexpensive, so if you need to maintain that low budget, this is the meal for you. We're gonna try this very modern, innovative style of pasta, where you only have a single noodle, and that's the whole dish. Now don't worry about serving size, because we're compensating for that by increasing the length of our regular pasta noodle by 100 times. We're just gonna let this one simmer now, because we're a little short on time, I think. Let's start on our next dish. People often say you should eat dessert first, but we're gonna work on our dessert second, and you wanna know why? Because we're not eating our dessert right now, we're preparing it, so if you're dense like that, then you can stop worrying, because there's still an opportunity to eat dessert first if you want to. God! What I mean to say is, for dessert, we're preparing a frosted mini wheat pavlova here. It's a fairly simple recipe, but keep in mind that, if anything, you must absolutely remove the seed inside the pavlova. Here it is, see? You just pop the seed like that, and the hole it leaves remains empty to give our pavlova a little airiness and moisture. Unfortunately, this type of pavlova is often parasite prone. Make sure they don't end up murdering you! Okay, back to our pasta. Ooh, things are coming along very nicely. That's a beautiful al dente noodle. Just be careful when maintaining consistency with pasta noodles of such enormous size. I'm actually going to be speed pasting as well, just to get things done under our low time budget. This should feed an entire team of 4 for the whole duration of the game, unless someone decides to eat the bridge for breakfast, but there's not much we can do about that one. While I'm cooking, I sometimes get these vagrant hooligans trying to get food out of me, so right on the spot I can give them these cucumbers. See, there's one, and I'll give them another one right here to gnaw on. Perfect timing to make my second pavlova, I think, just in case the first falls into a volcano or something. And we're gonna give this other guy a cucumber as well. I mean, if he decides to come up here at all. You coming up? Yeah, okay, good. There you go, my friend. Hope you don't mind eating while you're dead. Oh, and how nice, he's brought me a wonderful squid as appreciation. We'll have to put this on the table for tonight as well. Don't forget to purchase or make some drinks for this occasion, and whatever drinks you want at the event you're hosting is totally up to you. And, you know, whenever you need to, just chug all those drinks down yourself, because you're gonna need the extra energy to prepare this meal for all those ungrateful hogs. What, did you think these drinks were for the guests? Ridiculous notion. What? Looks like some other ruffians here are coming around for some goods, but sorry to say, guys, the dead guy's already got ownership over that cucumber. You'll have to find your own during your skydiving trip. Yeah, and you have a nice flight, and have a good day, and you have a nice flight. By the way, our entire budget is going into the actual food for this meal, so we're going to be sorely lacking in the entertainment department, but that's okay, your guests will be appeased with whatever makeshift distractions you come up with. You're probably wondering what the main course is now, and to answer your question, we're going to whip up some diced enemies to serve to our guests. Most cooks prefer a boring old knife to chop up their vegetables with, but I think a good sturdy axe is always going to be far superior than our alternative option. So just quickly slice up your enemies here and we'll make a nice little stew out of it. The best way to cook is probably at around 1 fireball Fahrenheit, that usually does the trick. I'd also like to know that if you manage to pick up some emeralds for the main course, you're actually dumb as heck, dude. Emeralds are... you can't eat emeralds, they're not edible. I have no clue what you're doing. You ever take a cooking course? Oh, and also, you know how we had the vegetable substitute for the pasta noodle? You can also instead make a noodle out of coagulated blood. It's like that delicacy thing they do in the Philippines. I don't know, I've never tried it, sounds kind of weird to me. Remember that the main course is all about presentation, and when you have undesirable bits and chunks in your meal like bones or tendons, you want to get rid of all that. Just toss that stuff out into the garbage. Watch how I do this here. Okay, so we've got basically all our dishes ready for the evening, and we have a little bit of extra time even, so now we can just chop more veggies to prepare for tomorrow's dinner until our guests arrive. I'll see you guys in a bit then. Yeah, and if you're not catching on to the flavor of the video yet, that's basically my food code for, I got too lazy to commentate over my footage, so I'm going to be the most basic YouTuber ever and throw a mini Bedwars montage in here to make it seem like the video is actually longer than it deserves to be. Enjoy! Just skip to 6:05 if you don't want to suffer. And finally, we're gonna cook up this wonderful catfish recipe. Everyone's gonna love this one, except this one guest who seems very opposed to the idea of eating catfish. To prepare the sexism dish, mince it very finely. In fact, you're gonna be mincing it so extremely finely that after the mincing is done, you're not really gonna be able to see them. Like, this is the extent to which they have been minced. They're just invisible. As it turns out, it was all just a big prank, because you know how I was talking about my guests who were gonna arrive? There are no guests. The only guests are my 3 other teammates who just eat up all my food and resources all game long, and they never do anything with it. I'm not cooking for guests who are going to arrive. I'm cooking for the uninvited guests who were here all along. It's a shame. It's a tragedy. It's outrageous. It's unfair. How can you grant me the rank of Jedi Master?